Chelsea won, Fulham 0, and Chelsea go to 7th place. I never thought I'd be so happy to see Chelsea Football Club 7th in the Premier League. It's been a while, and Chelsea today, I don't know what. Did they deserve this? Little bit. Did they play well? Kind of. Did they actually deserve to get the 3 points at the very last minute when Fulham were piling on the pressure? I don't care. I don't care. We're going to break it down. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. How toothless we are in the final third, but how the structure overall is actually a little bit of hope for things to come. But before we get started, make sure you hit that like button. 1,000 likes goes a really good way. Subscribe to the channel because 55% of you don't do it, but majority of you that come here watch over 50% of the video, so it blows my mind. Clearly you're enjoying it. Now, let's get into it. As Chelsea fans, we have a lot of negativity around us right now. We've been 10th for the longest period of time, and today's performance wasn't the greatest performance we're going to see. But what we are going to see from today's performance for the good is that we're 7th. And that this is sign of hopefully a inkling of things to come. Winning games ugly, winning games when you're not the perfect version of yourself, but in reality, deserving the victory purely based on how many chances you created in the game, the control of the majority of the game. And for me, this makes me happy. Right? Because I haven't had an opportunity to be happy for a while as a Chelsea fan. What did Pochettino do well today? From the outset, the good. Pochettino organized the team well. I think the move to decide to use Enzo Fernandez in his actual position is genius. Who would have thought? Huh? Don't worry about it. Bring Enzo closer to Caicedo. Make sure Caicedo's not on an island. Whenever Enzo pushes up and we have the ball, you have Gusto come in, and all of a sudden, Chelsea just looked a little bit better in facing against transitions, a little bit better at getting the ball up to the final third, and we did that very well. As in, for 70% of the game, we did that very well. Easily playing out of their press, getting all the way to the final third, and then our problems would start. We'll talk about that later. But the ease at which Enzo was picking up the ball, spraying it left, spraying it right, just doing madness, it was absolutely lovely to see. Caicedo winning the ball back in transitions. The amount of tackles that Enzo and Caicedo put in, the way they controlled the game today. We really went through periods where I was like, okay, now score, and this is going to be a very comfortable night. Muy comfortable, if that's even Spanish. But honestly, it was very nice and reassuring to see that Pochettino kind of is learning from his past transgressions. What a good player we've bought. I said when we signed him, I didn't see why we signed Cole Palmer when we have Noni Madueke and Mudryk. Well, I'm going to put my hand up and say, my bad. Because I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Cole Palmer is our best attacking player, and it's not even close. Cole Palmer in the final third is the only one that can try things and make things happen. And the only one close to him is Noni Madueke or Mikhailo Mudryk. Sterling doesn't try nothing. Broja, very lackluster. Jackson, here and there. Cole Palmer is genuine quality. The dependence on this 20-year-old or 21-year-old is absolutely ridiculous. The penalty that we won today, Cole Palmer. 47th minute, gets the ball. Inverse pass, beautiful to Raheem Sterling. Diop takes him out. Raheem played for it. Who cares? Palmer's ability to flick the ball, just be entertaining, express, is second to none. He was my fantasy captain today as well, so you gotta love that. But all in all, Cole Palmer was amazing, but Enzo gets man of the match. What I really liked about Chelsea today as well, off the ball, I thought Caicedo's ability to block off everything was phenomenal, but the way the back four played, I really liked. When one of them went forward in Gusto, it became a back three, really tight and compact. When Levi went forward, Gusto tucked in, and all in all, it was just very composed and organized. I thought Silva had a phenomenal game. When everything went mad at the end, he was calm. He was the one that nearly took the heart out of the Jimenez when he came to slice that ball. He said, I'm taking man and ball. I don't care. Move or you will get hurt. The Sassy, I think he was decent today. I do think I have worries about him long term, but today, fantastic. And what I liked about the Sassy today, sharp, incisive passes, first time. He got shouted at, and that literally switched him on. You saw it. Silva told him, play the bloody ball, and he did. Other than that, Petrovic done what keepers are meant to do. I am not going to sit here and praise him for making saves. Brother, it's your job. None of them were out of the extraordinary. Jimenez basically P-rolled one, and he absolutely slapped it out. He slapped that out. And then there was one final one where in the first half where Levi Colwell switched off, and the ball came around and Wilson just clapped it and Petri just got his body behind it. Well done. That's what you're meant to do. Bravo. I'm going to give you praise today, but don't get used to it. I need you making more world-class saves to be making it into the good list. But otherwise, you've been solid, geezer. Thank you very much. It's actually refreshing to see. One good thing to see was Ben Chilwell came on. He looked very fit and healthy. We're going to need him. I don't know about left wing. I do want him at left back. But hopefully that's when Pochettino starts to get a little bit more braver. Because at the moment, I don't understand. And for me, Carney Chukwuemeka did not look healthy. I don't know why you brought him on. Washington must be horrible. But it's nice to see him back on the pitch. He couldn't run. Genuinely, Carney was struggling to run. In regards to the downright ugly, there isn't nothing ugly to talk about in this game. So we're just going to go to the bad. We're not going to be overly negative for no reason. Because we won today. We have to be positive. But even in your wins, you need to make sure you maintain the high standards that you would be annoyed about if you lost. So it is imperative that we talk about what is bad from today. Sterling and Broja bad today. I think Raheem Sterling today didn't take on his man effectively. He had moments where Raheem done okay, but by Raheem standards, by the status of Raheem Sterling in this squad, I expect more. I expect better performances. I expect better quality in the final third. I expect him to be a little bit more of a match winner, create something. Raheem didn't do it. He looked very lackluster. He looked very lethargic. And for me, I'm not going to lie to you, he looked disinterested. And I don't like saying that about players because it's an attack against their character. And I don't think Raheem is a bad person. I don't think Raheem is a horrible player. I don't think he's a dirty player. But one thing I will say is sometimes Raheem Sterling really comes across with his lack of tracking back, with his lack of effort when he loses the ball, with his lack of ability to press a little bit. It just comes across like he's not trying. And it's frustrating for fans. Broja, on the other hand, I just think he lacks quality. I can't lie to you. Like, when I look at Broja play today, there were so many instances where Broja receives the ball, big man takes the shot, doesn't take the shot, wants another touch. Then it was another opportunity. Broja, flick it, doesn't flick it. Just safe, keeps possession. He's just very scared to express himself. And you know what? That will develop with game time. This is something that Solanke didn't have. Now he has it. Tammy didn't have. Tammy has it. Like, there are players that need to go away and play. I just think he's not of the quality of Chelsea. And if we can move him now, we even think we should. And potentially with Nico Jackson and Victor Osimhen in the summer and Kunku, we're set for that position. Hopefully we get that. But for me, Broja was very poor today. Like, he played 68 minutes, and apart from one opportunity where he should have shot, I didn't see him play. We'll look at Pochettino now, and I'm going to be critical when I gave him praise at the start. Start of the game, phenomenal. Second half, managing games, he's hopeless. He manages games not to lose, right? Rather than to go kill off the game. He took off Broja. Why is David Washington not coming on? Like, this kid needs to play. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, you don't want to play? Why is Mikhailo Mudryk not coming on? Why is Ben Chilwell coming on at left wing? We need to pose a threat. There were so many instances where we're on the break, we're about to get into the final third, it's 3-on-3, and we have one defender and a midfielder and a winger. There's just no one there. Noni's looking up, like, who do I pass it to? He takes Cole Palmer off. Like, the players that would make the difference in the final third, he takes off because he wants to see the game out. I understand what you're trying to do. I really do. But it's frustrating because sometimes the best way to see a game out is scoring the second goal. A good punch is better than a good defense. 9 out of 10 times. Like, if you bang that person in the face and he drops, it's a lot better than if you're trying to avoid his punches consistently and you just punch after punch. And the final thing for me was the ill discipline of this team is absolutely ridiculous. In the final added minutes, right? Nerves are high, I understand. Caicedo, edge of the box, free kick. Enzo, edge of the box, free kick. Levi Colwell, edge of the box, free kick. What are you lot doing? I understand they're all young. I understand they just want to see the game out. But the reality is, we need to be better than that. You can't give teams multiple opportunities to put the ball in your box. It needs to be difficult. 2 banks of 4. There is no 2 banks of 4. They weren't playing with 2 banks of 4. They were literally spreading the game, making it into a transition game. No! 2 banks of 4. You're bringing on the defensive players. I need 2 banks of 4. I need 2 players that attack. The rest, I don't want to see anybody. You're playing against the low block. If you want to attack, you play against the low block. And trust your defenders. But we weren't doing that. So it is frustrating, but we won. So that means our weekend's not ruined. That means there's 10 days of happy Chelsea. Come on, the boys. We are up to 7th for 8th. I don't know which one it is, but it doesn't matter because now we are 9 points behind Arsenal. And listen, any way we catch up to them, any way, they're never going to hit the end of it. So, boys, hit the like button. Girls, hit the like button. Peeps, hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts, and it'll be fun. Subscribe as well. Bye-bye. We won.